Hi, my name is Miguel Sanchez, and I'm the Vice President of Professional Services at Synoptic.
Hi, I'm Tim Britt, and I am the CEO here at Synoptic.
Tim, in a recent article, you talk about IT becoming an increasingly important part of a company's overall strategy. Why is IT, moving away from being a separate department to more of an integrated part of the business?
There's two big reasons. There's a lot of factors, but the two big reasons are, number one, organizations are just so much more dependent on technology today than they were 5 or 10 years ago, and it's increasingly so. So as each area in the business and the overall business becomes more dependent on technology, becomes more important, and the business has to be, everyone in the organization becomes engaged. The second big factor is a shift in how IT is consumed, right? Today, everything's moving to the cloud, to software as a service solutions, cloud solutions. These are subscription consumption models where they can start using it day one, and they need to engage the business day one to start making it work for them. Trying things, using agile methodologies to really build new processes and enable better results. So those are two big reasons where everyone across the organization has to collaborate to build out the IT services that are necessary for the organization to succeed.
So how can business leaders really leverage IT in regards to sustainability, growth, strategy?
Well, I think first of all, you have to step back and think about your business differently, right? So it's kind of the art of the possible. The business may have been operating in a certain way for many years, and it may have evolved slowly. What technology is doing is increasing the pace of that evolution, because you've got competitors in the marketplace that are rethinking how they operate the business and based on technology capabilities out there. So it's important to start to get to know what technologies are out there, what your competitors are doing with technology, and then how you might rethink your business to perform better.
So you mentioned the art of the possible. You use the term, the pace of evolution, and kind of rethinking your business, right? So this kind of leads to the innovation and the role that innovation has within a business. How with organizations who really don't know how to use that or channel that innovation, how can they effectively do that?
The great thing is we're operating here in a unique time in the history of mankind, right? Where there's so much innovation out there and so many things you can do. It really needs continuous work, right? Continuous consideration, and you have to have organizations in place that take the input from your business, educate your business on how technology is changing the way organizations operate, and strategically choosing those initiatives that you think can be most impactful for your business, and really trying to innovate and change the way you operate.
Right, so when you think about the organization then and the capability, the culture, the employees you hire and develop, kind of what are your thoughts around that?
Yeah.
How do you ensure the organizational readiness of empowering and using that innovation?
This is critical, right? It used to be there was kind of a set it and forget it mindset, right? We make a change, we implement a project, and then that's kind of, we sort of let that run for a few years. That whole mindset is gone, right? So now it's all about establishing a culture of change, investing in your people every year so they're learning new things, like setting the expectations in your organization that things are going to change every single year, and putting processes in place to enable that change. You take an organization like Salesforce, they're releasing a new version of their software 3 times a year, which affects business processes. And those competitors that are great at leveraging that new capability and doing business better as a result of that capability, adopting it and adapting to it, are going to be better off. They're going to be more competitive. They're going to operate better. So every organization, to stay competitive, has to get really good enabling change and adapting to change.
So is there a risk of over-innovating and getting my business in trouble or at risk because I'm being too aggressive or not thinking about it appropriately?
Right. Well, with all these things, you have to do it in a methodical, and you have to manage the risk of making a big change. And there's a lot of ways to do that, right? You can try it on a pilot basis. You can create a new division to try a new model. There's a lot of ways to test things without putting the whole business at risk. But you have to be constantly testing and trying new things and learning from that to move forward.
For our audience, what is your advice to all business leaders who are thinking about innovation and thinking about how to move their IT forward and leverage IT going forward in their business?
So if you're looking at a new way to do business or a new strategic initiative, I mean, one of the key things is make sure there's representation from technology leaders in your organization to be involved early, provide ideas on what's possible with leveraging technology. So that's a big thing. But also, even more than that, look to people in your organization that are technology savvy to bring innovation to the table and to bring ideas about how to do business differently, and let them also contribute to that, to deciding and prioritizing your strategies and how you can reinvent yourself. Those are some of the things that, as organizations, get conversations going about how you might do business differently.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks for your time. I think it's really great to hear about how to achieve the art of the possible.
Good. Well, thanks, Miguel. Thanks for the time today.